The great state of Ohio happens to have two nominees before you today. Mr. Dessler is also a native of Ohio, but I'm here to take the opportunity to introduce Keith Kroc to be the Undersecretary of State for Economic Growth, Energy, and the Environment. Keith is a native Ohioan, as I said, born in Lakewood, Ohio, raised in Rocky River, that's near Cleveland. His parents, Elda and John Kroc, he says, were the most important mentors in his life. He says his dad's the best leader that he ever knew. And for those who know Keith, and I've had the opportunity to meet him prior to his stepping up to this post, he takes after his parents, and I think that's the ultimate compliment. You'll see from his biography he's highly qualified for this position. He's a natural leader. He's got a long list of business accomplishments and successes. I think he'll be the first to tell you that he would not have been able to do any of it without support of his wife, Meta, who's with him today. But he's also got a few kids, Stephen, Carter, 7-year-old twins, JD, Emma, and I see the 7-year-old twins are with you today. Is that correct? Go JD and Emma. I know you're all very proud of your dad, and again, we're proud of him for stepping up to take on this public service responsibility. The job he's been nominated for is really vital, not just to the State Department, but to our country right now. As Undersecretary of State for Economic Growth, Energy, and Environment, he's going to have a really important responsibility. Senior economic official at the State Department. He'll be Secretary Pompeo's principal advisor on a lot of issues: international economic development, energy, agriculture, science, technology. Chairman Risch talked about some of the responsibilities of that post earlier. And he couldn't be taking the post at a more important time for our country. We're strong in our economy right now. We're blessed by that, but frankly, it's a dangerous and volatile world out there. And specifically, we face a lot of challenges. China continues to use unfair trade practices to undermine our economy, particularly in the area of intellectual property, but beyond that, and I know you'll be involved in some of those issues. Russia's trying to leverage the transit of natural gas through Europe with Nord Stream 2, which has enormous potential foreign policy implications. Europe is wrestling with Brexit and the possibilities there. We saw some news this morning about another change in Parliament taking over that issue, and this has got ripple effects all over the EU and beyond. And also, how do we capitalize on the opportunities of emerging markets throughout the world that want and need U.S. leadership? I think that's something that we sometimes forget, is there's so many developing countries that are looking to us to provide that leadership and perhaps a model of how free markets can work. So there's no doubt in my mind that Keith's up to this task. He has the academic background with degrees from both Purdue and Harvard to go along with an impressive business resume, starting out at 10 years with General Motors. His current job is CEO and chairman of the board of DocuSign. I'm proud to introduce my fellow Ohioan today, and I know he'll serve the Secretary and his nation with distinction. I urge my fellow senators to vote in favor of his nomination here in the committee and on the floor. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.